In his writings and in his talks, Paramhansa Yogananda offered us many very memorable and compelling aphorisms, and I'd like to touch on one of them today. He said, "Seclusion is the price of greatness." Now, the first time I heard that, I had the impression that he meant those who achieve greatness will by necessity be secluded or perhaps lonely or at least kind of alone at the top. This, I learned and discovered, is an erroneous or at least a very short-sighted interpretation of what he meant. What he meant was that if we are to achieve greatness, the price of that greatness, the price of getting to that greatness, is that we have to spend time alone, but in a very special way. We have to spend time alone with God. We have to spend time alone being centered and inward in our own vibration, so to speak. When we are around other people, we are exchanging magnetism. Now that can be a helpful process. That can be a blessing if those people are uplifting to us. But even in that case, there comes a point where sort of enough is enough. We've reached the point of diminishing returns. And I'm inclined to think that this period that we're in, where many of us are sheltering in place or at least having more home time, which could, for many people, result in being alone time, I'm inclined to think that this is kind of a divine balancing, reorienting of our culture, our world, which has become extremely outward, extremely 24/7 would be one way to put it. And to have seclusion in a true way, in a spiritual way, means to spend time with God, means to spend time in meditation. Enjoy the melody of the chainsaws, if you will. I'm not going to stop recording. We can hardly ever find a time, it seems, some days, and this is one of them. Swami Kriyananda would sometimes take seclusion for weeks or even months together. He recommended that we take at least 1 week, those of us who are serious at Ananda, but this is the sort of suggestion that could be taken generally to anyone who's interested in hearing this sort of message. He said, take a week a year, 1 week minimum per year, to just have time with God, to go within, to meditate more, to pray more deeply, to follow whichever spiritual practices are kind of in harmony with your own vibrations. Read spiritual books, listen to spiritual talks, whatever draws your soul forward, draws your consciousness forward and upward. But to really have that time is critical to the deepening of our spiritual lives and to achieving that bomb-proof level of peace, inner peace and joy that nothing in this world can shake, not even death can shake. So let us pay that price of seclusion to achieve the greatness of oneness, really, with God. Whether our role in this world is to be great in anyone's eyes outwardly is quite secondary to the point that we need to have the realization of our own true nature as children of God. And for that, seclusion is required. God bless you.